Ready to soundtrack your summer? With Red Bull Summer All Day Play, you choose a playlist that fits your summer vibe the best. Are you a festival fanatic, a deep end DJ, a road dog, or a trail mixer? Just add a song to your chosen playlist and put your summer on track. Red Bull Summer All Day Play. Red Bull gives you wings. Visit redbull.com/brightsummer ahead to learn more. See you this summer.
Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
Jessica, and this is Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas, except it is spooky season, and we are back for another movie review. For this episode, I am joined by Jenn and Marisa from the KThree YouTube and podcast. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good, thanks.
It's been a minute since you guys have been on the podcast. The last time you guys were here was for the Healer review, which was a ton of fun. But I thought it would be fun to bring you guys back to do a review of the movie Memoir of a Murderer. So, how have you guys been? What have you guys been up to? If you guys want to share with the Daebak audience what you guys maybe have been watching in the past week or so, K-dramas, K-movies, what have you.
Well, it's now mid-September, and there was a post-Lovely Runner lull for a lot of people. So I'm currently watching Love Next Door and Queen Wu, and I don't know, my slate feels really full right now. Also, No Gain, No Love, and it's been a pretty enjoyable fall. It's not the obsessions that I was hoping for, but I'm fairly happy right now.
Got you. Yeah, I'm also watching Love Next Door. I think I'm on episode 5. I have like no desire to keep going, but I have prematurely said I was going to do a podcast episode on it, so I am going to finish the show in a timely manner. So that's on my docket to do, but
I don't know. I see people dropping it left and right.
Yeah. Anyway, Jen, how about you?
I am with you, Jess. Love Next Door has got like one more week to give me something to anchor on, or I'm dropping it. But I am loving No Gain, No Love and Cinderella at 2 a.m. If you haven't tried that little nugget out yet, I'm loving that one. And then I also am loving Blackout, if you are into crime and thrillers. That one's fantastic. It's on Hulu. It just dropped. They dropped the first 8 episodes on Hulu, and it's a little bit, their release schedule's a little wonky on Hulu because they dropped them all at the same time and then nothing since September 1st. But it does look like the whole series is going to be there. So yeah, but it's spectacular. It's so good.
I like that. Blackout. Okay. Yeah, I have a handful of dramas that are on my finished 2024 list. That's just a personal list that I want to finish these dramas because I've been completely out of the loop for most of the year, and the year hasn't been that strong as what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling in the air and the ether. So I'll add that one to the list, including I'll give No Gain, No Love a shot, as well as Cinderella at 2 a.m. a shot, because those two sound really fun and cute. So yeah,
I would also recommend The Frog. And if you're tuning into this podcast because you like a thriller and you like some violence and you like a good-looking Korean product, then I highly recommend The Frog on Netflix.
Yes, with Ko Min-shi, I think, is in that show.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that show too. There's like a handful of shows here and there that like pop up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta add that to my finished 2024 list, which is not very long, admittedly. So anyway, we are going to just do a review of Memoir of a Murderer. It is a feature-length film. We are not going to be covering a K-drama, as I said before. But before we do, if this is your first time listening, thank you. Go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. And if you like us, please give us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That goes such a long way for us. Come and check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Daebak Pod. Lastly, if you're a fan, please consider becoming a patron. It's a great way for you to get involved and show your support. Big change though, our new Patreon page is patreon.com/DaebakPod. Once again, the new Patreon is patreon.com/DaebakPod. Shout out to our patrons: Janet, Curtis, Bale, CD, Alana, Grace, Lorna, Adya, Sammy, Caitlin, Julia, Michelle, Tenmei, Aaron, Marta, Delphia, Maria, Kelly, and Fatima. Love you guys. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so I'm back to my roots here, as I said before. Back to some movies. Let's get into it. This was a first-time watch for me. The IMDb synopsis for this movie reads, real quick, a former serial killer with Alzheimer's fights to protect his daughter from her psychotic boyfriend. That's it. Done. Boom. Out.
That was it. That was all IMDb gave you? That's hilarious.
That's literally it. So this movie was released on September 7th, 2017, September 8th in the States. It's an hour and 58 minutes long, basically 2 hours long. It's directed by Won Shin-yeon, who's also directed The Suspect from 2013 with Kong-yu, 7 Days from 2007. He was a writer for Rampant from 2018. It's a zombie movie with Hyun-bin, which I really enjoyed. I don't know if you guys have seen some other stuff from this director, but
Rampant for sure.
Rampant.
Yeah, saw Rampant. I actually saw Suspect.
Okay.
That was during my Kong-yu phase, so I watched that and Rampant for sure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This movie was written, it was two writers. The first writer is Hwang Jo-yoon. And when I saw the list of movies that this person has written, I was like, oh shit. So, a screenwriter for Old Boy, Masquerade, and Rampant. So this makes a lot of sense. So worked with the director.
This definitely had an Old Boy feel to it for sure.
100%. 100%. When I saw Old Boy, I about fell back like 5 feet. So I'm assuming you guys have watched Old Boy, the Park Chan-wook 2003 film.
I have not, but I read all the synopsises for it, so I know what the big reveal is.
Oh,
and
God.
This felt very Old Boy-esque to me. I'm
Ah.
not sure I could have
haven't
sat
seen
through
it.
the movie. Oh, it's horrifying.
Okay. I guess I'm the only one who's been traumatized here. So last year, and it's on the Patreon feed actually, I went and I did the whole Vengeance trilogy from Park Chan-wook, and I reviewed it solo. I just decided to dive deep and pop my Park Chan-wook cherry, so to speak, and did all three movies.
You went hard. You went hard.
And when I got to Old Boy, I was like, I don't know what to say. The experience of watching Old Boy traumatized me.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling.
There's nothing but trauma to say about Old Boy.
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's it.
So
That's it.
the fact that this writer contributed to my trauma
Right.
says a lot. They wrote Masquerade from 2012, which is an excellent sageuk. It's a movie with Lee Byung-hun.
Lee Byung-hun, yeah, that's a good one. That's really good.
Really good. And if you've seen the show The Crowned Clown, this is the movie that it's based off
I love The Crown Clown.
Yes.
It's the same king and clown.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Correct. I love it. So, moving on to the other screenwriter, Kim Yong-ah wrote, and then I again fell back 10 feet because when I saw this movie on here, I was like, oh my God, it's the movie that started it all for me. They wrote A Moment to Remember from 2004, which, just sorry, I need a minute.
Jess, are you okay?
I'm not okay because I was like, oh my God. This movie is what started my K-drama journey.
Wow.
I understand that. Yes, it's a classic.
Yeah. If you want some heartbreak, then definitely watch the 2004 movie
Yeah.
A Moment to Remember. It makes a lot of sense because of the memory aspect of that movie that ties in with this movie, Memoir of a Murderer.
Yeah.
So this movie stars Sul Kyung-gu, who plays Byung-soo, the main character. His daughter is Eunni, played by Seolhyun, who I can't remember what K-pop group she's part of.
Not AOA.
It is AOA.
It is AOA.
AOA. And then Kim Nam-gil plays Taeju, the psychotic boyfriend from the IMDb synopsis. And then we have a few other bit players, like Oh Dal-soo plays Byung-man, the cop best friend. Lee Byung-jun plays the poetry instructor, which it's hard to like visualize these people, but once you see like a picture of them, you're like, oh my god, I've seen these people in like a million things.
It's the Ajushi crew.
It's literally the Ajushi crew. And then Kim Hae-yoon plays young Maria character. Kim Hae-yoon from Snowdrop this year, lovely runner, which blew her up. Everybody knows her now. So that is our cast.
Oh, God, that was her?
Yeah, that was her. It was like blink and you'll miss it.
Oh, God, I didn't recognize her at all.
Yeah.
And I've seen her in like 4 dramas.
I know.
As an adult. I didn't even recognize her. Though you guys haven't mentioned Kil Hae-yeon. Like, she is like the Halmony to end all Halmonies. Like, she does everything from Nuns to like the worst mom on the planet in
Literally.
Something in the Rain.
Literally. So the mom from Something in the Rain is in this. And she plays Maria, the sister. And like, I guess that's all we'll say about that. We're in the non-spoiler section right now, but like, yeah, she's in this. When I saw her, I was like, oh, a nice nun character? Yeah. Whoa, that's not heard of that before.
Well, you clearly did not watch Midnight in the Hagwon.
No, I didn't.
Midnight Romance in the Hagwon. She was delightful.
Oh, bless her. Okay.
Yes, she was delightful. And then she had scenes with Wee Ha-jun when he was her son in Something in the Rain. And all of us were like, this is so surreal because she's not yelling at him. It was great.
Right. Exactly. There's history here. All right. So we are at the end of this general section. What did you guys think of this movie, Memoir of a Murderer? I think one of you had already seen it before. The other had not.
Yeah, so I remember watching this, I think it was 2018, like as soon as it came out on a streaming site. And I have memories of watching it on a plane. Like I must have downloaded it somehow. Watching it on a plane going, is this okay? Because I just kept going. And then it got so violent. I'm like, are there children around me? But I really enjoyed it. I watched it for Kim Nam-gil. And stayed for his kind of duel with Sul Kyung-gu. And it just, I mean, that IMDb synopsis just
barely scratches the surface.
Yeah, I know. That was like AI generated, like could be 50 other films released that year. But it begs the question, who knows a serial killer better than another serial killer? And I just thought that was such a fascinating twist on the genre.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable and visually just stunning. I thought that the way the director used visuals and editing techniques and the music, I thought it was amazing. The story itself fell kind of flat for me because I was expecting more of a twist, for lack of a better word, there at the end. And the twist was almost that there was no twist. So
yeah,
that was my overall thought, that I was a little bit disappointed because all the visual cues that they gave us led me down a different path. So yeah,
I agree with you. I agree that I thought that there was going to be a twist because this was my first time watching this movie, and again, I'm scarred with Park Chan-wook dramas. I'm scarred with the Bong Joon-ho's, and so I came into this thinking there's going to be a twist. There's going to be a gotcha in the movie.
Yeah. I was expecting. We're not going spoilers, so I'll hold that to the spoiler section.
Yeah. Well, I'll cue us when we're in the spoiler section.
Okay,
but
cool. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I was excited to watch this movie because also I came in blind. Like I didn't even read the IMDb synopsis.
Oh, wow.
like literally just pressed play and was like, okay, surprise me. Memoir of a Murderer, I was like, okay, they're not going to surprise us by who's the murderer because it's going to be whoever is telling us their life story, their memoir. But I was like, what else? Like, what else is the story going to be about? I was surprised that it felt a lot like Memento in that like this person is fighting their mind, their fractured mind, and how there's large quantities of time missing and they are trying to piece together what they've forgotten. And
yeah,
I really liked that aspect of it, that the editing and the way that certain things are shot makes you confused. And that's what I imagine experiencing dementia or Alzheimer's is like. Unfortunately,
right.
I have direct experience with dementia and Alzheimer's in my life with family members who have gone through the disease and progressed through it. And you just have to laugh to keep from crying. There's a lot of liberties that they took, I would say, with it, but I personally don't feel like it was Alzheimer's or dementia. It was just brain damage.
Right?
It was just brain damage that progressed throughout the 17 years. And, you know, it manifested in this really unique way with like his little tics and his episodes and things like that. It wasn't necessarily, you know, the slow ravaging of time that is typical of the brain shrinkage
Sure.
of dementia, things like that.
Right. I mean, the fact that they're letting him drive.
Right, like they had him
I was like,
drive, live at home.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
was like,
they had him like
maybe maybe no.
No, he was out here performing his daily functions as if he wasn't severely impaired. He had his business running still with the veterinary business, injecting little cats and animals.
Poor cat.
I was like, they're letting him do all this, that he should be done. Like, this business should be sold by now, like the way that he's at. Yeah. So they took a lot of liberties, and I don't know if it was it's a cultural thing as well with Korea. I don't know. Like, is it just a movie, or is it a little bit of both? So,
well, I think that's part of it, that your protagonist is an unreliable narrator and an anti-hero. So it's just I would like to think that most people with Alzheimer's in Korea are taken care of in some way that doesn't involve their teenage daughter taking care of them at home in the countryside and still going out on dates.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
With a recorder as his only device for remembering.
Like, those are like, the recorder was the tattoos in Memento. Like, it's
right.
Yes.
It's got its little things.
Actually, jumping on ending your Memento, I kept thinking we were going to get like a Shutter Island situation.
Right.
And I was like waiting for the big Shutter Island reveal, and then maybe that's why I was like, oh, all right, okay, all right.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
Because the ending,
because of all the cutting, all the editing, and the way we would go from one location to another location just very quickly. And like there was that one scene where he was talking to his cop buddy, and then all of a sudden his cop buddy just got up, and this cop car just rolled up, and he just got into it and he left, like as if he just called an Uber that arrived.
Yeah.
It was like stuff like that made me think that it was all going on in his mind. That's all. So that gave me very much a Shutter Island idea. Mm-hmm. Kind of like what you said, Memento, it just made me think that again, as Marisa said, just not a reliable narrator. Like, what are we actually witnessing here? Because everything seems to be, there's no real flow to it. It's just kind of jumping all over the place. And so that was what, as I was watching it, I kept waiting for that big reveal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we ever get it. And it starts,
right.
This isn't much of a spoiler, but the movie starts how it ends. And then we find out like all the in between bits, like what happens to get us to that part that we saw at the very beginning of the movie. And yeah, I thought that, with his shoes being on, the wrong foot and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be like a shit show. Like some twist is going to happen. Yeah. And
then at one point in the movie, we see his shoes are placed in they're backwards. So I'm like, oh, that's another clue. And I'm like, no, it's not. Wait.
Yeah. But I thought, overall it was there was maybe the movie is slightly too long for what it is. Maybe the movie isn't doing anything crazy with the cinematography. Like this isn't like Roger Deakins here, but that's fine. But I really appreciated how it is setting a tone. It does have like the bamboo forest, which is really nice to look at. It's very picturesque. I feel like there's something to it.
Creepy as hell.
And it's creepy as shit.
Creepy as hell. Like, was it just me, or did he have it like all gridded off as if he was like, I have dead bodies here? Like,
like he's being like, super suspicious with it.
Right?
I know.
Like, it was so creepy.
And these small towns are always empty.
Right.
Like, he's dragged that many bodies. I mean, he's a serial killer. He's left a lot in his wake. Yeah. And no one's figured it out.
Right.
Like, there's 30 missing people that we can't account for. It's like, I have a question.
I know. And like the friend, well, anyway, we'll get into like a little bit more in the spoiler section, but how did you guys feel about the acting performances from everybody? I know that one of you wanted to watch it because of Nam-gil specifically. So how did you guys feel about them?
Yes, Nam-gil, he's such a chameleon. If you look at him in Fiery Priest, where he's just this kind of wackadoo, martial arts wielding priest with this weird sense of humor, and then, some of his melodramas, and then you've got this, which is, what did IMDb call him? Psychotic boyfriend?
Psychotic boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely the definition of that, because but that's where the unreliable narrator comes in, because, and I don't think the film went far enough with this, but like, should I believe him? Because he's so charming and he's so handsome and he's so nice to this young woman. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed his performance. Sul Kyung-gu was, I think the last thing I saw him in recently was Kill Bok-soon.
Yeah.
On Netflix. I'm like, is this the same actor? He's such a lost Ajushi grandpa with, brain damage from I don't know how many car accidents. But I thought was very compelling. But I do have to say Seolhyun I thought was a weak link, who played his daughter, was a weak link in this film.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jen, do you agree with the assessment on
I absolutely agree with her assessment. I came to it. I would never watch this if you had not asked us to, or if I was on a huge Nam-gil kick. And it was lovely to see him play kind of outside of his usual repertoire of characters he usually plays. But I feel like there was definitely a theme there that he's kind of got he's got a little bit of a sassy streak that I think in all his characters came through. I, on one hand, believed 100% that he was a serial killer, and yet in the same vein also was like, there's no way, because again, unreliable narrator. But I thought he did a nice job of threading that needle throughout most of the movie. It's my first time seeing Sul Kyung-gu, so he was new to me. Mm-hmm. I have nothing really to base it on, but I really believed, like you had said earlier, Jess, that if he did portray, I thought, the ravages of brain damage very well. Like, I was as confused as he was, and I thought he portrayed how confusing and disorienting that was. I thought he did a really great job with that. And then, I thought the daughter was, she seemed like in a different show, to be perfectly honest. Until the last act, I felt like she was kind of in some rom-commy slice of life, picturesque, our bluesy kind of drama.
Oh my God.
And so you know, I mean, she never really, I mean, again, unreliable narrator, but we never heard her talk about her mom, who just suddenly disappeared. we never really we didn't really learn much about her, so I don't know if that's part of it. Where we just didn't have enough with her, except our main protagonist's view of her, right? So that's all we got. So maybe she did what she was supposed to do, but I didn't feel like it was horribly dynamic.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It didn't take me out, but I didn't think it was horribly dynamic.
I see. I can agree with that. That she was very two-dimensional, but that's how he, I guess, viewed her. Is just that's just his daughter, and she comes and goes, and she feeds me, and then that's it. Like there's not much there to it. And it's only until the third act that I'm like, okay, like we're getting a little, stakes here and something, from her.
Also, the woman in the poetry class, I've seen her in a bunch of dramas. She's played a shaman. She's played, she's always a little overdressed. The heels are always a little high. The lipstick's always a little redder than everyone else, and. As soon as she's so funny, and actually that's what I was surprised at. There was humor in this film, and so you need someone like Kim Nam-gil to carry that off, or someone is probably very experienced as Sul Kyung-gu. So to have this character, I should just look up her name because
it's Hwang Seok-jung.
Yeah, so you kind of the moment you see her, you know what's going to happen to her character.
Oh my God! The second she went chasing after him the first time, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Pumpkin. It was good knowing you.
Marked for death.
Yeah, there's 2 serial killers in this film. You're not getting out alive.
You are not making it to the third act, my friend. You're going to trigger the third act. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Oh my God. I guess that leads into, because you guys are talking about comedic bits of the movie and comedic characters like this one. Did the movie scare you at all? Did it thrill you at all?
Oh, yeah. I did, yeah. Maybe that's because first time I watched it, I was on a plane. Like, feeling like I shouldn't be watching this in public.
That'll get you real good.
I have to say it did not. I mean, again, maybe it's just because, it was not one of my first Korean thrillers that I've watched, and I feel like I also did this, unfortunately, with Train to Busan, where everyone was like, oh my God, the zombies are terrifying. And I'm like, I can't watch that. And then I watched Kingdom, and then I watched something else with zombies. And then I'm like, all right, I need to watch Train to Busan. And then I'm like,
you backed into it.
These aren't that scary. What do you mean? It's because so I kind of ruined it for myself. Because the speed and the dynamic of those zombies at that time is the first time we've kind of seen that, but I had already experienced it through the dramas. And I feel like that's kind of what happened to me here, that I kind of was like, I was always waiting for something to happen, and then so I feel like, and I'm also watching Blackout right now, and so Blackout is much more like, oh my God, that happened, oh my God. Because it's actually weirdly kind of similar, because he is accused of murdering 2 of his classmates when he's 19 years old. And it's the reason he can't remember it because they claim he drank so much he blacked out, hence the title. And so he ends up in jail for 10 years, gets out, goes back to his hometown. They all hate him, obviously. And things start happening. And he's trying desperately to get his memory back to learn what happened back then. And so it is, and it might be just like I said, it might be this movie might have been a casualty of me watching Blackout at the same time.
I wonder, because I watched this in 2018. I think I started watching K-dramas in 2016, so it was still fairly new, and I don't think I'd seen that many thrillers at that point. And this is also like pre-Parasite, which is the twist of all twists in Korean films. So so I can see, like, if you watch it later, it doesn't have the oomph that you're waiting for.
Right. Especially, I mean, like, for real, Parasite, you're like, what? I didn't feel like this movie had that moment at all. I was just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, it was definitely like a, oh.
Like, really, seriously. That's me. When it finally ended, I went, oh, okay.
I wish you guys could see our faces right now, because we are like just like making these crazy faces as we say, 20 different ways. But Yeah, I agree with you guys that I was fully expecting to be thrilled and scared. And I think I only was scared one time, and it was a jump scare that we could talk about in the spoiler section. And then the rest of the movie, I was like, you know how you go through a haunted house and you're like peeking around the corner, you're like, I see the dark corner, I'm expecting it, and then you look with the flashlight and nothing's there. That was like a movie. That was like,
You're like, wait,
like,
I'm fine, I'm good. All right. Oh, nope, not there either. Oh, nope.
You're like,
all right, we're done. All right,
it's
cool.
just the dark corner. Like, you know,
Yeah.
It was fine. There's nothing inherently bad about the movie. And I do feel like it's maybe I watched it at the wrong time in my K-movie journey, where I've watched already a lot of things, and I've already watched all the Park Chan-wook's, and I've watched the Bong Joon-ho's,
Yeah.
the Train to Busan.
I mean, coming off of a Park Chan-wook marathon, this one was not gonna meet those
It's not gonna
standards
touch.
at all. Not even at all. Not even at all.
Yeah.
It was gonna be lacking.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the whole reason for doing this spooky season and for doing movies, obviously this year, is because I didn't have enough time to watch an entire spooky drama. So I thought, you know, let's cover movies. I love movies anyways. And a lot of Korean watchers don't like spooky stuff. They don't like scary movies. They don't like horror genre as a genre. And so I always like to highlight these things. And I'm like, you know, let's, you know, get out of our comfort zone every so often. It is spooky season. This is the perfect time to like try something new. Yeah. And it's only 2 hours, and all three of us are saying you can do it. You can watch Memoir of a Murderer and you'll be fine.
Let's be honest. It's the length of this whole movie is like a length of like a Love Next Door episode, for God's sake.
Don't get me started on the length of episodes in K-dramas nowadays.
Oh no.
Anyway, I think it's worth trying, and I think we're gonna close out the non-spoiler section with just giving our scores out of 5 soju bottles. So, whoever wants to go first. Score out of 5 soju bottles, 5 being the best, 0 being not so great. You can give half bottles as well, half scores.
I'd give it a 3.5.
Oh my God, so was I.
Yeah?
That's exactly what I was gonna give it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think I will go ahead and give it, I don't know. Just to be contrary and fresh, I'll give it 4. But I am known to be that person that changes my score in Letterboxd. Like months later, I'll be like, why did I give that a 4? Why did I give that a 4.5? And I'll change it to be lower. I almost never change something to be higher. It's like the recency bias and the high of watching something will wear off, and then I'll be like, whoa, what was I thinking there? And then I'll drop a score. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my initial 4 soju bottles for this, and it will likely drop to 3.5 later.
Okay.
But I'll give it 4. It's solid. It's not perfect. It's very watchable. It's very atmospheric. And if you've never watched Memento or these other movies that we're referencing, then it's probably going to get you, right? Like some of these like tricks and editing things are going to get you. So I think it's worth it for a certain audience members. So with that being said, we are going to get into the spoiler section and talk a little bit more in detail about this movie right after this.
The greatest trick
Houston, we have a problem.
I am your father. I see dead people.
the devil ever pulled
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
was convincing the world
You can't handle the truth.
he didn't exist.
Oh, what's in the box?
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
All right, we're on the other side of spoilers. I know we kind of did a few spoilers in the non-spoiler section, but we are going to do a little bit of a deep dive here on the Memoir of a Murderer film. Jen, I hear you have a question for us.
I do, and this is the big kahuna spoiler of the whole movie. But can someone explain the ending to me?
Okay.
I literally had to go to the Googler to be like, someone explain the ending to me, because I don't know what just happened at all. Like, is he... I had spent the whole movie being like, is he actually Kim Nam-gil and this is just him reliving all of his murders? Okay, no, because they actually fought and people died. So that's not it. Is Kim Nam-gil actually his son? And then the locket thing happened, and then it was like, is he just trapped in his own memory? Like,
it's the last one.
I did not find the ending.
He's trapped in his own...
Is that all it was?
In his own memory.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he really ingrained in him the need... It's almost like Inception, where it's like you're waiting for a train, and then... that character can't get out of her head
just
that
waiting
her
for the
world
top
is not
to fall
real.
over.
Yeah.
We're just waiting.
Right. So Marion Cotillard's character in Inception like can't get out of her head that her world isn't real even after she comes to out of the dream. So the same thing is kind of happening to him, that even after the danger is well past and he's now in an assisted living facility or some institutionalized or something after this whole thing blows over, he's still left with, I need to save her from whatever that character's name was, Taeju.
Oh yeah, Kim Min-taegu.
Kim Taeju. I need to save her
Taeju,
from
yes.
Kim Taeju. I have to kill Kim Taeju.
All right.
That's how I interpreted it.
I mean, no, thank you.
Okay.
That's how I interpreted it. But I was hoping for something a little juicier than that, because I was like, I don't know where this... Okay.
Now,
I mean,
the
that's
thing
a-
is, I
that's
don't
a
know how the
choice.
hell he got out of the facility.
Well, I don't think he did. I think he was in his... We're going to go with that. I think he was in his own mind.
Oh.
And the tunnel, I kind of felt like the tunnel was like his brain of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that,
Like,
though.
that's kind of how I interpreted
I
it
like that.
originally, and then we got the whole movie, and then I was really like boggled by the end. And I was just
Because there was, I don't know how he got, because he also somehow got his hands on medication that he was going to inject himself with, like a lethal injection. And I was like,
was that real?
how is
Who
that
knows?
even happening in a
No.
secure facility?
I don't think so. I think that's his mind, and he, it's what's keeping him alive, this need to go after him, because that tunnel, every time you see it in the film, represents some sort of fantasy or alternate reality or some, time travel portal. The tunnel.
Right.
The
I mean,
tunnel.
now that,
It's the tunnel.
It's the
that
tunnel.
I would have enjoyed a lot if it was time travel.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Okay,
glad that
thank
we
you.
talked that
I
over,
appreciate
because
it.
I thought that was a real tunnel and he was out, like, off the res, and I couldn't wrap my head around that part, like the logistics of him actually making it out.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't think so either. But I also thought that bookending the movie with that also, on one hand, makes a ton of sense, and yet on another hand, makes me more, not confused, but really just solidifies the unreliable narrator of what did we just watch for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just got a little existential at the end.
Yeah. You know I like concrete things, Marisa.
I know you do.
I'm a Virgo. I need it to be concrete. Like the earth.
This was like not that. This was like not that at all.
It wasn't. No, Jen needs an explanation. What is happening?
But see, I think that for me, I enjoy like having the detective that kind of walks you through it and explains it and kind of gives you those guideposts where you're just like Inception. Like Inception had kind of someone that took us through all the different things. I don't remember who that was. I don't remember all the details, but I found it to be satisfying because it was like, hey, did you notice this? Yeah, this is important.
Yeah, I mean, there's always these exposition dumps in the movie, and like Leo does one that's one of my favorites in Inception, where he just like he says like, how did we get here? Do you remember coming here? And the whole world starts to shake, and he's like, this is your first experience in shared dreaming right now. And it's like that is a crazy moment, and he explains stuff right after that.
That's funny. We're talking Inception and Shutter Island, which is also a Leo movie.
Leo
Leo clearly is my guidepost guy for wacky movies. Like, I just needed him to make a cameo and be like, Jen, this is what you should be paying attention to. Like, thank you, Leo. Thank you.
Oh my God. So I appreciated the fact that he made up the sister. Like the sister was a hallucination.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was so cruel. I was like, oh shit. Like that was a twist I felt that landed pretty well.
It did. I was expecting, I don't know, I think it landed and then I went, oh, well, we can't do that twice. So that's the twist of him not being the, okay, all right.
No, that was a good twist. And the whole, replaying the whole scene of him putting his daughter in the taxi and then playing the reality, what really happened was like,
Right?
So,
the reality was so much worse of like, he's literally putting her in the car with her psychotic boyfriend, serial killer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he thinks he's putting her in a taxi. It's just so, my God.
I will say that was probably the best moment in the whole movie for me, because that was the kind of shit I love when I watch movies. Like oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I wanted more of that.
His unraveling there is so, like, you're like, oh my God. He really, like, fucked it up, didn't he? Because, like, it wasn't even that he forgot that she's dating a serial killer. It's that he actively, like, put her in harm's way and shoved her off to the guy that he's trying to keep her away from.
Yeah. You know, that little recorder probably should have started every day with your sister is not around anymore.
That recorder could have been much more handy.
It really could have.
Completely
Could have been a lot
brutal.
more handy.
I just got off watching It's Okay, That's Love. I don't know if you guys have seen that K-drama. But there's a similar twist in that show. And so when the sister wasn't there, I was like, oh, not again. Not again. Not twice in 1 week.
Twice in 1 week.
Nice.
I was like,
That's
shit.
right. Yeah, there are some tropes that just don't come around that often, and that's the
Right,
got
like the
nailed
mental
twice.
illness it's struggling with some sort of psychosis does not happen that often. It's kind of rare nowadays. So yeah, man, I got bamboozled twice in 1 week.
Yes.
That's rough. That's rough.
It's rough. It's rough out here, bro. I thought that I thought that the movie kind of hit its stride when it started to delve into the theme of nature versus nurture for serial killers. Did you guys feel any type of way about that?
I did, but I also thought it was completely out of left field that Kim Nam-gil had an entire divot taken out of his skull.
You should have seen me at work today when he started fixing his hair. So the whole thing is, he starts fixing his hair in the mirror, almost like obsessively. And I'm like, okay, weird. Then he takes his whole half skull off.
His whole head off. Like,
and I was like, the fuck is going on? Like, this was not in my bingo card at all.
No. Like, it was like, again, going back to maybe it's all just brain damage.
It's brain damage.
Clearly,
Yes.
when you are missing a quarter of your cranium, maybe a touch of brain damage.
But just a touch. Just a little
touch.
sprinkling.
Just a dab.
Marisa's shaking her head. She's just like, I can't with this.
The amount of abuse in this film.
Oh my God.
I know. It's like, I mean, you can't, the way that it starts, like with our lead Sul Kyung-gu, like, you know, he starts killing people who, air quotes, deserve it. I'm like, okay, sure. So we can feel good about him. We'll keep following him because he's really, you know, he's
like a
getting rid of
Dexter
people.
type.
Dexter, total
noble serial
Dexter
killer.
type. Yeah. And then it was a lot. He killed a lot of people. Like a lot of people.
It started going from
bamboo
child
orchard was full.
abusers and like people that beat their dog to death. So like animal abusers down to like this person looked at me wrong and they annoyed me and I was like, oh, okay, that doesn't quite track very well.
No, you've gone off the rails now.
We have now crossed into just full on serial killing. There's no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I did appreciate Kim Nam-gil being like, we're exactly the same. You thought they deserved it because, God chose them for you, or like that kind of a thing. Like someone else told you they were bad. I just choose them because I want to do it.
Yeah, like he had, and
I'm like,
he
wow.
had the right idea. Like they are both equal amounts of fucked up, and they chose their victims the way they chose their victims. It's gonna end up in an FBI like handbook anyway.
Right.
It's not he's trying to be like this holier than thou. I have a calling and purpose on my life to kill these people and take them off the planet. And I feel like every serial killer has to have some sort of God complex. So it was interesting to see them together. I think that's when the movie was really cooking.
Yes. I agree. I wish we would have seen more of that and more of their cat and mouse game, which I think could have been more fun, especially with Kim Nam-gil knowing that at any moment he's just going to black out and like not remember anything. And I thought that moment in the house where he's like, did you just forget everything? Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I thought that was just a great moment.
It's funny. I wrote in my notes, I don't think it's cat and mouse. I think it's alligator and crocodile.
Right, yeah, that's much better.
I don't know, but that is where it took off. And I wish I'm not a writer. I think there's an alternate ending that doesn't have them, like with Kim Nam-gil laid flat out. I think there's a cleverer ending out there that really kind of would play into the two of them being serial killers and justifying their lives. I think there could have been something more there. Yeah. I don't know what it is, though.
I think I saw on the IMDb trivia section really quick, I skimmed it, and it was saying that there are multiple endings, like director's cuts to the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
When I went searching for someone to explain the ending to me, I'm in the Googler. One of them was just awful. It was like basically the daughter ends up killing herself in a myriad of drug overdoses because she couldn't handle it. And I was like, that is a horrible ending, and I'm glad you did not put that in there. Yes. And that was the only one I'd read, but I was like, okay, we'll stop there because that's terrible.
You're like, we're not adding to the lore here. We're subtracting from the lore now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So there's like a second one on, when I look at my drama list, there's like a second movie.
Really?
Is there?
Called Another Memory.
Oh my
God. I can't tell what it is. Oh, maybe it's the director's cut.
Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah, it looks like this is a second one, like a second part of his memoir, like another memory he had. I don't know.
Oh, it says this is the director's cut, and it's 10 minutes longer with a different ending.
Yeah, 10 minutes and a different
I wonder if that's
ending.
interesting.
I don't know if I necessarily want to explore that, but I mean, it's only 10 minutes. What?
I would watch if it was only the last 10 minutes. I would watch the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of like the third act, I think that the third act with their fight is really good. I liked their hand to hand and them fighting all over the house, and him walking in after literally running down Taeju in his car. Like he ran him over.
Oh my God.
The car crash like took me by surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were really filmic and wild and beautiful, all of the car crashes. But you had to do that because Kim Nam-gil's a pretty big guy. I don't think he could really take him on a regular day.
How big is Kim Nam-gil? Is he like
6'1" or something?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he's tall.
I thought he was much more wee.
I think sometimes he's bigger and sometimes he's you know what I mean? Like they get
okay, so they
hit the protein shakes sometimes.
Right.
He's a little beefy.
6 foot.
Wow, no, I thought he was like one of our little 5'8",
5'8", short king.
I'm telling you, I thought he was on team 5'8".
I didn't realize he was a 6-footer. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so
I guess I should have known that because he's worked with Lee so many times, and she's so tall, and they actually are like practically the same. Like there's no big difference there. So I should have known.
I do. You're talking about the physicality. The part where Byung-soo is like, I got to get strong. I got to limber up.
God,
because if this comes out to a hand-to-hand thing, like strength has got to be like the the number one thing, the number one deciding factor. I lost it laughing.
Yeah.
Him trying to like
I was
do
like,
push-ups.
yeah, dude, you bet. It's going to come back in 24 hours. You got that.
Do a couple
like
push-ups.
trying to crush
good.
the apple in his hand. He was like,
The
I used
apple.
to be able to.
Oh, my God.
That was funny. That was funny.
That was,
Oh, shut
that
up.
was
It's
great.
too much.
Why is that a thing? Korean guys like to like split an
the
apple with their like. What is that with them?
Yeah, I've never understood that one either. I'm always like, all right, you do you.
Yeah.
You do you, buddy. Right? But I will say, going back to what you guys had said earlier, like the comedy, I think the humor of it really did gave it that extra half a bottle of soju for me, because it gave it a little bit more humanity, for lack of a better word. Because I think if without that, it would have been just this cacophony of noise, because there was no reliable narrator, right? There was no direct through line for us to follow. And without the like bits of comedy, I think I would have been just like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening right now?
It made it brought humanity into it. It made it real. And otherwise, that whole poetry class thing would have really been out of left field.
Right?
The poetry class, bro.
That thing was hilarious.
Right? It's absurd. It's absurd that he's like the serial killer sitting in there with this like, what do you call it? Like a poetry teacher who takes himself so seriously. What do you call
Oh,
that? Like,
God. Yeah,
he's just
pompous.
Pompous. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It
good
was great.
stuff.
I loved his voiceover, too. He's like, I hate this class. She made me come. It's supposed to be good for Alzheimer's. I'm gonna kill him.
Yes,
It's just like,
he deserves to die. He's
it's
next.
just like, that's hilarious, and I love
It
that.
was funny.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
Now, I do think. Well, I was just expecting him to die at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Okay.
Well, someone had to.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't die. He like keeps living. But Taeju does die. The psychotic boyfriend does die.
Yeah, and the thing is, you want him to die in the moment, but I'm not sure that was really that satisfying looking back on it.
Yeah, I agree. I was actually just thinking that as you were saying it, because it was like, it doesn't. I mean, we do know he trained hard. Our Alzheimer's father trained hard to make sure he could defeat him in hand-to-hand combat. But in the actual in the real world, I thought he overcame. I think he kind of overtook him way too easily, and it would have been. I think the ending would have made a little bit more sense if somehow Min Tae-ju escaped or got out of there, or somehow managed to survive in some way.
I mean, you could read the ending as Taeju is still around somewhere and did live.
Suppose, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just in his mind. I mean, and also that also works, just being in his mind. But again, I think, yeah, for me, like that whole, there's a third act and there's like final beat that just didn't kind of,
Right.
it didn't really land for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little like, what is happening right now?
What did you think of the reveal that his last victim 17 years ago was his philandering wife and the mother of Uni, like his daughter, but then his daughter was not his biological child?
Yeah, I think that was supposed to feel like a bigger twist than it was.
Yeah, I agree.
Or I guess he just needed a reason to stop killing. But they didn't really explore that, so I'm just kind of putting that on there. I don't know. It didn't seem that big a thing.
It was a forced retirement because I guess the brain injury was so severe. He didn't go to the hospital, but then he did have some sort of surgery that is documented, so that when he went to see the doctor was like, "Oh, it seems like you had a brain surgery due to an accident."
Oh, right, yeah.
So like this Alzheimer's and dementia that you're experiencing could be as a result of like this brain injury.
I think that the scene where he got in the car accident also red herringed me as to what was happening, because he like flew out of that car, hit the ground, and instantly popped up and was like, I'm getting back in the car. Let's go. And I was like, well, that is weird. And so there were so many like cartoonish moments that seemed to be only that, could only happen in someone's brain. It's a little scrambled that is, I felt like there was a lot of red herrings in that respect for that.
You know, to go back to the daughter, I actually think it's a really big deal in Korea, this idea of blood relations.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was a really big point that, you know, for him to say, you're not related to me. You don't carry my blood. So that, I think for the Korean audience, that would be a really big deal. She could continue her life.
Yeah, unmarred by the stigma of having a blood relation, her own father be a serial killer.
Right. But it's her choice to stick with him, you know, to still visit him. Unless that was a fantasy. No, that was real.
No, I choose to believe that one was real.
I don't know.
Jen's like, I don't know what's all up in here.
It was all garbled at the end. I was like, I have no idea. Like this, I felt like it should have ended. You know, like some movies have like 4 endings. You're like, so when they took him to the home and tried to cut his hair and she showed up, I was like, is there another ending that is gonna have? Like, what is his roommate gonna be Min Tae-ju? Like, what's going on?
That would have been a way crazier ending.
You know, like he all made it all up while he was in, you know,
Shutter Island.
What was I watching?
You really wanted that Shutter Island ending.
I did. I wanted Shutter Island.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I was like I felt like there was like a. They just kind of like, it just kind of petered. The energy just kind of petered off for me. But going back to what Marisa said about how the scene where he tells her, you do not have any of my blood in you, and you are not the daughter of a serial murderer. I thought that scene was far more impactful and more like emotional than the reveal of the mother and the murder and how it all went down.
100%.
In my opinion, I thought that was a bigger like, oh right,
yeah,
that's right.
I agree with that completely.
I
and to be honest, I was like thinking that this was the story that I had made up like in the first 20 minutes of the movie, was that that's not his biological daughter. He raised the daughter and it was some baby or something that he had acquired through his serial killings. So maybe he killed the mother.
Oh my God. Jess, you and I must have been on the same wavelength, because I was like, did he kill someone and they found this baby after murdering them and decided to just take care of it? Like, you
literally.
know, what is like, yeah. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. Yeah.
Perfect. So me and Jen are on the same like morbid wavelength. That
Absolutely. We are on that path, Jess. We are on it.
But no.
We will have Leo DiCaprio pointing out like the milestones for us. It's our own movie.
That was not the case. We were half right. That's not his child.
No, not at all. Not even a little.
Not even a little bit. I just think that it was all jumbled and garbled, and I think the movie is up to interpretation in a lot of instances. And if you're the type of moviegoer who's like, that intrigues you, that thrills you to put the pieces together how you see fit, then great. If you're like a couple of us on this panel that are just like...
You can just say my name, Jen.
Okay. If you're like Jen and you need some answers, then this movie might not land as much with you. And both ways are fine. You can see 3.5 soju bottles. It didn't kill Jen. It was fine.
It did not. I survived.
You survived. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to add about our discussion of Memoir of a Murderer? Because I feel like I've come to the end of my mental notes. I didn't take a single note for this movie, by the way. Just running on fumes.
I'm just going on instinct.
Yes.
Going on instinct.
Yeah. No, I think we covered it.
I mean, yeah, I think we covered it. I think just to kind of, yes, and to what you said, as the person who needs a lot of guideposts in these types of dramas and or movies, it is. If you are a person who enjoys the open-ended ending kind of thing, where you can sit around and like have thousands of what ifs, this is a great movie for you, because there are a bajillion what ifs in this movie. So I would just add that.
Yeah. Just if you're a Kim Nam-gil fan, that you need to watch this. This needs to be part of your library.
Yeah, he's unhinged.
For
when he
sure.
takes his head off, I mean, that is a true highlight of the movie.
It really was. I needed more of that.
I was like,
how do
I literally rewound it and then paused it at certain points because I was like, I need to see this concave. Like, I am truly shocked.
I know. The beginning of the film, he's holding a kitten. By the end of it, it's like
he's holding
he's removing his head.
fake head.
His son, yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
You can't reason with the sun. Trust us, we've tried. This summer, it's time to put that angry ball of fire on mute. Columbia's Omni-Shade technology is engineered to protect you from the sun's harsh rays that can burn and damage your skin. The sun is relentless, but so is our gear. Level up your summer at Columbia.com to spend more time outside and less time slathering on aloe lotion. You're welcome. Columbia, engineered for whatever.
And it just was so out of left field. It was so random. It was so random.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Do we have to have a reason for him to be psychotic? Like, he's psychotic. It doesn't because he got bashed over the head with an iron?
With an iron. Yeah. The lesson of the movie is don't abuse your children. Don't abuse nobody.
Right? I will say this: did you guys did no one else like? Because this is again me wanting like some sort of like connection. As soon as that iron came out when they were fighting in the end, I expected the daughter to pick that iron up and take him out with the iron. And the fact that was just left dangling there, I was like, I felt like that was pretty obvious. It was right. It was right there.
Right there, low-hanging fruit. I will say I was a little bit more disturbed about the obvious age gap between the daughter who was still in school and this man. Like, he's a police officer man with a full-time job, and he's over here messing with a little girl.
He had a kitten.
Yeah. I was like, that's the thriller right there. That's
right.
The scary movie.
Yeah. Right.
It's terrifying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie and rewatching it, Marisa. And I know that those plane ride movies, they'll get you every time. But where can people find you guys online in case they don't follow you guys or subscribe to your YouTube?
You can find us on YouTube. You can basically find us everywhere at the K3. Spell it out. The KThree. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. And we are on YouTube. And that's where you can find us.
Nice. Thank you guys again. This was a blast to do.
Always a good time. Thank you, Jess.
Yes. And I hope that the rest of your spooky season and the rest of your year goes wonderfully, swimmingly. And that's it. That's been our show. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.